If you are doing more than 4 viewings of properties, you could be wasting your time. I want to tell you of my experience with a client I had. But before I tell you the experience, I want to tell you about where I am. I'm at One West Park. One West Park is in the heart of Westlands. There are fabulous apartments here. And years ago, this is about 2017, I got in touch with a client who was looking for a place to rent. So the client was looking for a furnished unit to rent, and one of the spouses worked in an embassy, so they're in the security protocol. So by then, we had learned how to build systems. We had built systems, how to make our business efficient, how to make viewings for our clients efficient. So we got onto a call. They were out of the country, and I did what we usually do, which is narrow down on the criteria, their financial comfort zone, and then we discuss expectations of what we'll have of one another. I as a real estate agent and them as my clients. That's important for a successful working relationship. Once we were done with the call, we agreed they go online, they find something they like, they can send me the links, and then I just basically told them, we'll narrow it down to 4 units. They sent me a couple of links. I went, verified their status. Only one qualified. Only one of what they sent me qualified, meaning this particular property, these other properties, either prices or they were either overpriced or they're not in the market. So based on the criteria, I put together 4 properties. We started with theirs. It was out of the radius of where they wanted to be. So we ruled it out immediately. Then now we went to my units. When we went to my units, I started with one I thought they least like. And then when we go to General Madenge, because I know there's a particular kind of furniture the husband liked, I thought they would take the unit. So this was like the second last option. But the lifts of these apartments were not level with the floors where they would stop. And this was a concern because they had a 1-year-old child at that time, and they were concerned about security, the tripping, the safety, the guardrails, all those things. So the unit itself inside was fantastic, but the exterior had a lot of things that were not ticking off. So these are the kind of clients sometimes agents will say are particular, but I understand my clients. For me, I don't think a client is particular. It's just the criteria. Can that criteria be met? The other thing is, for clients who are coming from developed nations, they have some of these nations and in some of these cities, they have things that have been done a bit much better than what we have in our country. So when they come and compare, it becomes very hard for them to find what they're looking for. So they said, okay, can we go to the final place? So we got here, and the moment we drove in, the husband looked at the way we were being checked in, and that he loved it. I could tell by the body language, and I asked him, hey, you seem to like something, because I always ask the client, do you like the curb appeal? Do you like the outside? Like, I like the security already. And actually, that's the time I learned that he's in security. He said, I like the security already. So there's a way you drive in here and you're checked in. Fantastic. Now, when we parked and got in to the just parking area, there's a playground. Here, the playground on your far right side. And the wife ran to the playground with their son. So one thing was missing in the criteria. And it's not because they left it out, it's because sometimes as you are going through the criteria with the client, they may miss a detail. And when I remember at that time, my criteria didn't have a playground inside of it. So she ran to the playground with the son. Now, these are clients who are coming from a country where there is winter. They ran to the playground, and immediately she said, I'll take it. So she said, I'll take it because one, remember before I start taking my clients to see properties, I put the photos and the videos in each photos and the videos of each property in a folder. I share it with them. They view, and if they like, we put it in the showing package. So this phone that I narrowed down is among many that they had viewed, watched the video, and like, yeah, these are the only ones that we want to see. So she said, I'll take it. So by the time we're going up the stairs, the lift rather, everything else ticked off. The quality of the finish was really good. The lifts, the windows, the views, it's a quiet apartment. They have double glazed windows, high ceilings. These ceilings are 3 meters high. Fantastic, well done, well, nice, very nice finishing. And they just loved it. They just fell in love with it. And it's one thing about today's apartment, and that's one thing I like about this place. So we're talking about 9 years ago when I brought a client here, and 9 years ago until today, there are few apartments like that look like this one. So we have a pool here, we have a gym, we have a clubhouse, place for entertaining your guests. There are quite tons of features here. The convenience is also good for those who are expatriates, those who are in the UN community, or looking for a place that ticks off everything that the security details, the security team of your organizations are looking for. This one ticks the boxes. So that's my story. My story is you need to narrow down your criteria. You need a realtor who understands the market. It may not be me, it may be someone out there. But before you go out looking, just know they are good properties, number one. So don't shortchange yourself thinking, hey, that's a tough criteria I'm giving it to another agent. And to the agents, I tell them, don't shortchange the client because they are good properties. Like this one is a very nice property. I will live here. I will ask anyone here to buy or to live here. It is well done, well maintained. The wood fittings that have been used are top notch. It has stood the test of time because it's about 11 years old. This apartment blocks are about 11 years old, which means they've been tested and tried. Tiles are the same, they've not changed, they're not chipped. Kitchen countertops are well maintained, they are in good shape because of the quality of finish that was done. So if you're looking for something that you're thinking your criteria is too complicated, reach out to me. I like to find those kind of properties for my clients. I like quality properties. I like nice units. And I like to keep a good relationship with my clients. So back to my story. A few months later, we were in the same place celebrating birthday. I was one of the invited guests. And what a privilege and honor for me, for them to be told this is a realtor who found us this fantastic place, So I want to be able to tell a story, your story, in the future, like I'm telling the story of these clients of mine. And I'd like to partner with you in finding the next property. Thank you.